Welcome to Brew Builds. I was given the opportunity to upgrade my old sprinkler system with a new smart sprinkler controller by ImoLaza. This controller is Wi-Fi connected and it uses real-time weather data to adjust its watering schedule, and that really perked my interest. No more coming home and noticing your sprinklers are running during a rainy day. If this can prevent that, I'm all in. Plus, you can control everything from an app on your phone. Let's jump in and find out how simple this is to install, program, and use. Inside the box, you'll find a quick start guide, some stickers to mark your wires with, a mounting template, some other helpful papers, and then the controller. This one is for indoor only. They do make outdoor rated ones, or you can get a waterproof enclosure to put this in. Then you have the power supply and mounting hardware. Pretty much everything you need to get started. You need to make sure that you're mounting this in a location that is getting a good Wi-Fi signal, or you won't be able to program it or use any of the smart features, which you paid more money for. If you're replacing an old unit like I am, you're somewhat limited in locations because this is where your sprinkler wires ended up. Looking at my phone, I'm a little concerned that I'm not getting a strong enough signal. So before mounting this, I'm going to download the app, get this plugged in, set it right here, and see if I can connect to it. Download the ImoLaza app from the App Store or Google Play. Create an account, then follow the on-screen instructions to connect the controller to your Wi-Fi. Once connected, a screen will pop up asking you to add a controller. This looks like it's not connecting. Device not found. Spinning purple lights means the controller is disconnected from the internet. I'm going to move this to the other side of the garage by the door that leads into the house. There it goes. We are connected. Hopefully there's enough slack in the sprinkler wires to get it to this location. Nope, it's not going to make it. I'm going to have to extend these wires or just run a whole new run. Not the simple swap I was hoping for. I could try moving the router closer, but I'm above the entryway and there's a metal mesh over this entire area that's holding the stucco, and that's probably blocking the signal from getting to this corner of the garage. Off to the store I go. If you are replacing an old sprinkler controller, unplug it before touching any of the wires. Then take a picture of your old wiring setup. This picture will make your life a lot easier later. Go ahead and disconnect each zone wire and the common wire, which will require the use of a small screwdriver. I'm going to leave this one connected until I get the new one mounted. Use the mounting template and a level to mark the position for the 3 holes. The provided anchors and screws are for going into drywall or masonry. You will need to drill a hole. I'm using a 3/16 inch drill bit. Insert the anchors, then tap them with a hammer until they are flush with the drywall. If you don't have a drill and a drill bit, you can use a nail and a hammer, pound this into the drywall, wiggle it around a little bit until you can get the anchor into the drywall. Once it's mounted, connect the sprinkler wires. Turn the screw counterclockwise to open the terminal where you'll be inserting a wire. I need to loosen zones 1 through 4 and a common. Now I need to go run the new wires I purchased. I rewired the valves and made the zones the same order as the valves themselves. Each sprinkler has 2 wires, one for common and one for 24 volts. The front yard is valve 1, which would be zone 1 using the black wire. The patio will be zone 2, the brown wire, red for number 3, and yellow for number 4, the garden. White is the common wire and is connected to the other wire on each valve.
The wires need to be stripped about 1/4 inch. If your old wire ends are bent and looking nasty, you may want to cut the ends and restrip the wires. I'll start with a common wire first, which will be white. Then I'll put in the 4 different zone wires. Black is zone 1, brown is zone 2. I'm using the electronic color code for my wiring order. Leave a comment below if you know what the order is and what it is mostly used for. Double check that each wire is tight and in the correct slot. This also can work with rain sensors, and those are connected to S1 and S2, and it can also start a relay pump or turn off a main master water valve. Once you have all the wires connected, plug in the power supply.
You can manually start and stop your sprinklers using the buttons from the front here. You just can't do any programming. So if I wanted to turn on zone 1, which is my front yard, I would push these buttons here that's on zone 2, go to zone 1 in my front yard and just hit start. And when I want to stop it, I could just hit stop. If I want to turn my patio on, that would be zone 2. And then hit start. And stop. Now, I'm not a huge fan of apps that control things around your house. To turn on a light, I just like to turn on a switch. But something like this, where I can change a watering schedule while I'm riding my mountain bike, is pretty cool.
Once you have the app and controller connected to your phone, the app will first walk you through naming your zones, like vegetable garden, lawn, front yard, then the type of plants and the soil type, and you'll also enter the size of the area and how much sun it gets. You could even take pictures of your garden, upload those to the app to keep things organized.
Now, this is what intrigued me most about the ImoLaza controller. Instead of setting rigid watering times, you can let the app automatically adjust the watering times depending on weather and plant types. For example, if it rains, it will turn the sprinklers off. If it's hotter, it will let the sprinklers run longer. Or if you plant a new lawn, it can adjust the watering times for that as well.
You can also set basic manual schedules if you prefer having full control yourself. Another cool feature, you can run zones manually right from your phone, perfect for testing sprinklers or fixing problems. No more pushing manual, running to the backyard to find a leak, and running back to shut off the sprinklers before everything is flooded. Now I can just stand where I think there's a problem and turn it on. And turn it off. I did email ImoLaza a couple questions that I was curious about. First one was, what happens with a power outage? Well, it's the same as any other controller. It won't work without power, but will resume the watering schedule when the power is turned back on. The second question was, what happens if it loses Wi-Fi or internet connection? Well, the watering schedule is stored in the unit, so it will keep watering according to the schedule. However, you will lose all smart capabilities, like changes in the weather or controlling the sprinklers with your phone. I need to dig deeper into all what this ImoLaza smart controller can do. For now, I've programmed a basic watering schedule that will change depending on the weather, so it should be ready to keep my plants healthy and save water, which saves money. Installation was easy, other than having to run a new wire to relocate it in my garage for a stronger Wi-Fi signal. Hit that like button for me and subscribe to Brew Builds to see more DIY home improvement projects. Leave a comment if you've tried a smart sprinkler system and have any tips for users. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next project. And turn it off. The touchscreen doesn't work very well when it's wet.